Welcome to the AB Skill Treasure. Today we are here to know about coin grading system. Here are the main features of their systems are presented in the following table, and different factors in grading a coin. Coin grading is the process of determining the grade or condition of a coin, one of the key factors in determining its value. A coin's grade is generally determined by 5 criteria: strike, preservation, luster, color, and attractiveness. Several grading systems have been developed. Certification services professionally grade coins for tiered fees. History of coin grading. U.S. coin grading has evolved over the years to a system of finer and finer grade distinctions. Originally, there were only 2 grades, new and used. This changed to the letter grading system beginning with the lowest grade, basal state, also poor, PO, then continuing fair, FR, about or almost good, AG, good, G, very good, VG, fine, F, very fine, VF, extremely fine, EF, almost or about uncirculated, AU, uncirculated, UNC, and up to brilliant uncirculated, BU. Gem uncirculated was roughly equivalent in usage to BU at that time. Numerical grades from 1 to 70 now accompany the verbal grades. There are 3 kinds of strikes in grading company. 1. Mint states or MS. The numerical grades MS60 through MS70, used to denote a business strike coin that never has been in circulation. A mint state coin can range from one that is covered with marks, MS60, to a flawless example, MS70. 2. Proof or PR. A coin usually struck from a specially prepared coin die on a specially prepared planchet. Proofs are usually given more than one blow from the dies, and are usually struck with presses operating at slower speeds and higher striking pressure. Because of this extra care, proofs usually exhibit much sharper detail than regular or business strikes. Grading company recognizes proofs, PR, as those struck in 1817 and later. 3. Specimen or SP. Special coins struck at the mint from 1792 to 1816 that display many characteristics of the later proof coinage. Prior to 1817, the minting equipment and technology was limited, so these coins do not have the watery surfaces of later proofs nor the evenness of strike of the close collar proofs. Mint state PR70. Fully struck and lustrous, free of visual marks. The grading company 70 grading standard does allow for as minted defects as long as those flaws are minor and do not impact the eye appeal of the coin. Mint state PR69. Virtual, fully struck with minuscule imperfections visible upon close inspection. Mint state PR68. Only the slightest weakness in strike with a few tiny imperfections barely visible. Mint state PR67. Very well struck with minor imperfections visible without magnification. Mint state PR66. Well struck with a few marks or hairlines, not focal areas. Mint state PR65. Above average strike with minor marks or hairlines, mostly out of focal areas. Mint state PR64. Average or better strike with scattered marks or hairlines, though none severe. Mint state PR63. Average or slightly weak strike with moderate marks or hairlines. Mint state PR62. No wear with average or below average strike. Numerous marks or hairlines. Mint state PR61. No wear with average or weak strike. Multiple heavy marks or hairlines allowed. Mint state PR60. No wear, may be poorly struck with many heavy marks or hairlines. Almost uncirculated or AU58. Only the slightest friction on the highest point. Virtually full luster. Almost uncirculated or AU55. Full detail, with light friction on the high points. Considerable luster remains. Almost uncirculated or AU53. Slight flatness and loss of luster visible on high points of design. Some luster remains. Almost uncirculated or AU50. Trace of wear now seen on higher points of design. Bits of luster may remain. Extremely fine or XF45. High points of design show light wear. A bit of luster may still be visible in protected areas. Extremely fine or XF40. All design elements still show, but high points now worn flat. Little to no luster remains. Very fine or VF35. Light wear is seen over entire surface though all major detail still visible. Very fine or VF30. Wear now evident over entire surface. Intricate design detail beginning to flatten. Very fine or VF25. Entire surface shows some wear, but major design features remain clear. Very fine or VF20. Moderate wear with some loss of detail evident in design. Fine or F15. Slightly less than half of finer detail worn flat. All lettering remains sharp and clear. Fine or F12. About half of detail now worn flat. All lettering remains visible. Very good or VG10. Considerable wear has flattened most of the fine detail. Most lettering remains readable. Very good or VG8. Most central detail now worn flat. Some inner lettering still visible. Rims remain full. Good or G6. Rims and peripheral lettering full design now flat and visible only in outline form. Good or G4. Rims mostly full but may be flat or slightly worn into peripheral letter and spot. About good or AG3. Rims worn into tops of lettering, but most lettering remains readable. Fair state or FR2. Entire coin is worn flat, with only traces of peripheral lettering still visible. Poor or PO1. Identifiable as to type, date and mint mark. Ungradable. Date and mint mark of coin must be detectable to be graded. Designations. Designations are ratings added after the numerical grade to describe a particular attribute of a series that is of importance and value to most collectors. Code, RD. Color red. Copper coinage more than 95% original red color. Code RB. Color red-brown. Copper coinage between 5% and 95% original red color. Code BN. Color brown. Copper coinage less than 5% original red color. Code FS. Full steps, strike. Jefferson Nichols MS60 or better, at least 5 complete steps must appear on Monticello. Any steps that join or fuse together, whether created that way or subsequently damaged, cannot be considered for the full steps designation. Code FB. Full bands, strike. Mercury head dimes, the central bands on the fasces on the reverse should be completely separated from left to right, without any breaks, marks or gaps. Note: grading company may designate it in grades of 60 and higher. Code FH. Full head, strike. Standing Liberty quarters. 3 leaves must be clear and distinct in Liberty's hair. Earhole must be present. Hairline must be distinct from top of forehead to back of neck. Note: grading company may designated 1918 and 7/4 as full head in grades of XF40 and higher. Code FBL. Full bell lines, strike. Franklin half dollars, MS60 or better. Must exhibit complete, uninterrupted lower lines on the Liberty bell. Code DMPL. Deep mirror proof-like surface. Morgan dollars. Clear reflection in the fields on both sides from at least 6 inches away. Must be full, undistorted reflectivity on both the obverse and reverse. Code PL. Proof-like surface. Clear reflection in the fields on both sides from 2 to 4 inches away. A misty effect striation may impede the reflectivity. Code DCAM. Deep cameo surface. 1950 to 1970 proof coinage. Heavily frosted devices on both the obverse and reverse, with no areas of the main devices unfrosted. Heavy contrast between the fields and devices. Code CAM. Cameo surface. 1950 to 1970 proof coinage. The obverse and reverse must exhibit devices that are at least lightly frosted and create a contrast with the fields. Frostiness on the devices may be heavier yet contain areas where the frost is lacking or brilliance is evident. A coin that exhibits deep cameo attributes on one side and cameo attributes on the other side is considered only a cameo. Code BM. Branch mint proof. A proof coin struck prior to 1868 at a mint other than Philadelphia. Code FS. First strike. All eagles, gold buffaloes, gold spouse coins and other mint release struck within the first 30 days of issue. Code SF. Satin finish. A smooth, lightly sandblasted look with none of the normal cartwheel effect seen on regular strikes. Code SMS. Special mint set. A set of special coins, neither business strikes nor proofs, first struck in limited quantities in 1966 to 1967 to replace proof sets, which were discontinued as part of the U.S. Mint's efforts to stop coin hoarding. Code SP. Specimen. Struck well like a proof, but satiny, sometimes matte, semi-granular looking. No grade. Occasionally, the experts at grading company encounter coins that, for one reason or another, cannot be authenticated or graded. These no-grade coins fall into two categories: coins that can be placed into a grading company holder, and coins that cannot be placed into a holder. Grading holder company. No-grade coins return to the submitter with encapsulation. Within this category, grading company assigns details grades. These correspond to the amount of where the coin has seen, but does not mean that the assigned grade can be used to determine the coin's value from published price guides. Generally, the coin's value will be less than that shown in price guides. Filed rims. When rims, dents or bumps have been filed to give the edge an even appearance. Questionable color. Toning is natural chemical that occurs as a coin reacts to its environment. Collectors consider colorful, natural toning to be desirable, and they often pay premiums for attractively toned coins. However, toning can be added, enhanced or accelerated by artificial means, creating the appearance of natural toning. Copper coins are sometimes stripped of their color to simulate their original red appearance. In most cases, these treatments result in unnatural colors which the experts at grading company will reject. Cleaning. Surface damage due to any form of abrasive cleaning. Cleaned covers a wide range or appearance, from a grossly polished coin to one where faint hairlines can be seen only at a particular angle or in only one area on an otherwise perfectly normal coin. This is perhaps the most frustrating of all the no grades, because subtle cleaning is often difficult to detect in less than optimal grading conditions. Dipping, the removal of toning with chemical bath, is not considered cleaning under this definition. Planchet flaw. Metal impurity or defect in the planchet. Small, unobtrusive planchet flaws are acceptable. Large, obvious, poorly placed, or distracting flaws are rejected. Context is also important. Planchet flaws on certain U.S. colonial coins are expected. Planchet flaws on Morgan silver dollars are not. Altered surface. Adding anything to the surface of the coin to either improve its appearance or to cover marks. Surface alteration methods include adding dental wax, putty, lacquer, nose grease, etc. Thumbing is the application of a putty-like material to fill in marks, scratches, and other defects, or to haze over portion of the coin. Coatings, such as lacquer, while intended to protect coins, result in a no grade because it is impossible to determine the quality of the underlying surfaces. Scratches. Depends on the severity and or quantity of the scratches. Faint, old, toned over scratches may be acceptable. Bright, fresh scratches may not. Placement is an important factor. Environmental damage. Coins that are damaged because of improper storage may be rejected. Corrosion is caused by storage in areas of high humidity. See salvage coins, and coins found in the ground. Toning that is excessively dark or heavy, or which burns into the surface of the coin, may be rejected. Damage. Any form of metal movement, either intentional or accidental. Damage may include excessive or heavy rim dings and bruises, deliberate surfaces damage such as graffiti, attempts to remove spots, etc. The severity and extent of damage affects whether it will get a no-grade decision. Peeling lamination. A coin which has a planchet flaw that is serious enough to flake away in the sealing process. This no grade will not be sealed in a grading company holder. Authenticity unverifiable. Fee not refunded in the instances where the expert at grading company are unable to determine conclusively that a coin is either genuine or counterfeit. That coin will be returned to the submitter ungraded. Counterfeit. Fee not refunded. The coin is either known counterfeit or exhibits characteristics of known counterfeit and is therefore highly suspect. This category includes otherwise genuine coins which have been altered to simulate rarities, re-engraved dates, added mint marks, removed mint marks, etc. No service. Grading, standard or gold shield TM. Service, fee refunded. These are coins that grading company does not certify, i.e. metals, some privately made issues, etc., or cannot certify, i.e. oversized coins that will not fit in a grading company holder. Restoration services, coins submitted for grading company restoration services that we determine will not benefit from being restored, nor should be restored, will be charged a $10 evaluation fee. PVC residue. PVC is a plasticizer used to produce vinyl coin holders over time. PVC leaches out of these holders and will eventually damage the surface of the coin. PVC is seen as small green specks or a slimy green film. This no grade will not be sealed in a grading company holder.